What's going on, everybody? It's Tony Olivas. It's about 9:30 right now on Tuesday, day after Memorial Day. Hope everybody had a great and safe weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Hope no one got into too much trouble. Just wanted to go over the fight this past weekend on Saturday at Sheffield. Kell Brook versus Errol Spence Jr. That was a great fight. It was a tremendous fight, a coming out party for Earl Spence Jr. He fought tremendous. Same thing with Kell. Kell fought a great fight. I thought he kind of faded after the second half of the fight, but I thought the first half of the fight, I had him up 4 rounds to 2. He was countering extremely well with Earl, which I was actually pretty surprised with that first half. He looked sharper. He looked faster. I mean, he kept countering over Earl's right jab over the top of it with that left jab, and he was landing quite a bit of lead rights, which I was actually surprised on Kell being able to land pretty effectively during that first half of Spence. I didn't know if Spence was nervous for it being his first world title fight, or him being he's a visitor, and he's not the home crowd favorite at Sheffield with 30,000 fans. So and plus he was out of the ring 9 months too. So but it took him a while to get it going. But that second half of the fight, Kell did fade quite a bit. He looked slower. He looked tired. And he was getting outboxed that second half of the fight, which Spence was able to close the show, which was which I expected him to do. Al Bernstein was talking about how he was surprised. He was surprised on Spence's defense and how well his defense was. I didn't think his defense was that good. From what I saw in that first half of the fight, he was, like I said, getting countered with too many lead rights, and getting countered with that left jab. So I mean, he was getting hit quite a bit, and he was losing that first half of the fight too. And I think no one really argued that. I mean, he was definitely behind on the scorecards until that second half of the fight. And again, Kell looked like he tired out, and it could have been the 35 pounds that he dropped to get back to 147. But Spence, again, is a tremendous fighter. He's definitely the real deal. It's going to be interesting to see him fight, if Thurman and Porter and Garcia step up to the plate and fight him, because that's going to be a tough fight for them, especially Thurman. I think Thurman will get in the ring with him. Porter, I can see getting in the ring with him too. Garcia might duck him a little bit, because he's coming off a loss. So I think with the whole boxing politics, he'll need to get a couple more wins. So he's probably going to fight a couple more fighters that aren't going to threaten that. So I don't see him fighting Spence, but I think Thurman will, because Thurman and Porter seem like they'll fight anybody. But it would be interesting. Like I said, Spence can't get touched with those lead rights. That's gonna cause some trouble if he gets in the ring with a bigger puncher. But I think, again, it's his first world title fight. He's gonna definitely learn from this experience. He's gonna get sharper. He's gonna get his crisper. He's gonna be he's a tremendous fighter. In my opinion, think that he's the top of the division. I think he's the best in the division. I know a lot of people say he hasn't really fought anybody yet besides Kell Brook. But in the end, I think that once he gets in the ring with Thurman, I think he'll be able to pick apart Thurman. I think the tough fight, in my opinion, will be Sean Porter, just because of Sean Porter's style. He's he's a very physical fighter. He pushes them in the ropes. He does a lot of holding, and he throws a lot of people off their game. I think that would be a tough fight for Spence, but I don't see Spence losing that fight either. I think Spence is going to dominate the 147 division. It would be interesting to see if he can come up eventually over time, not now. Maybe after 2-3 years of him dominating 147, if he would move up to 154. And speaking of 154, I know that's where Kell Brook is saying that he's going to be heading to. And Kell Brook, it'll be interesting to see what he'll be able to do at 154 because he's got some tough challenges there. I mean, Laura's not an easy fight. Charlo, twin brothers, aren't an easy fight either. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do at 154. I know Canelo's out of the division. Canelo, now that he's moving up 160, and apparently he's going to stay at 160 with him fighting Triple G in September. But it'll be interesting to see. I mean, now he's coming off 2 KO losses. It's going to be kind of interesting to see what he's going to do with his career. I think he needs to get in with a fighter at 154 that he can dominate, build his confidence, win that fight, kind of like a tune-up for 154 to build that confidence back. Because I don't care what anybody says, if you come off 2 KO losses, I know Triple G was a lot bigger than him, but he took the fight. So Triple G did exactly what he was supposed to do and KO the smaller man. Which he did, and Spence, the younger fighter, the hungrier fighter, did exactly what he was supposed to do too, and he closed the show. But so it'll be interesting to see how he bounces back now with these 2 KO losses, especially now with him going up to 154, which he's going to be fighting bigger fighters. So bigger fighters, bigger punchers. And it seems that he broke his orbital bone again in his left eye. I guess the Triple G was the right eye. Now he's saying he broke the orbital bone on the left. So now he's got two broken, or he had 2 broken bones in both eye sockets, which is not good. So, in my opinion, if I was Kell Brook, I would try to fight Amir Khan. It's a big money fight for them that they can fight in the UK. I think he could take Amir Khan. In my opinion, if they fought that fight, Amir Khan would probably dominate the first 4 to 5 rounds, and then fade. And I think Kell would KO him in the later part of that fight. But who knows? I mean, if that's what I would do if I was Kell. But I know he's going up to 154, so we'll see what he does there. But again, Errol Spence Jr., he's the real deal. It's great year for boxing. He's a tremendous fighter. Being out here in Dallas, it's good to see him bring a world title back out here in Dallas, because that guy, he definitely is the real deal. So I hope everybody has a great week. This video is sponsored by sportsingles.com. Sportsingles.com is a sports app that you can download on Google Play and the App Store, iOS App Store. So sports, SPORTZ, singles.com, sportsingles.com. Download the app. Thank you. Have a great day.